Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. It is pretty. It's getting later at night, I should say. Not pretty late. It's about 7:30. Starting to record this. Just thought I'd update you guys on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, things of that nature. Today was a little bit busier, so I didn't get to do what I wanted to do earlier this morning. So I'm trying to do it now. And with that being said, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It's free, really helps the channel out. Let me know, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you want to see, that different, what you want, what do you think I can improve on, and that type of stuff. So with that being said, today was kind of a more of a work day. Went out, worked from about 8:30 to like 4 o'clock at one site, and then afterwards we tried to get oil filter, all that, for another project that we're continuing at another location. So it was an endless day until I got home. Finally got to have a nice meal. I am definitely feeling the effects of standing all day. My feet were very sore. Um, I have flat feet, so that happens sometimes. But when I'm not moving, I start to feel it in like my right foot's arch. However, good news is that regarding the um, plywood crushing, toe still works, not in pain, and it's just a little bit bruised. So hopefully that'll go away, within a week or two. But functionally, I haven't noticed anything um, different. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that as well because I'm sure that I'll be feeling it. Um, like I said, I got up earlier than usual today. Um, I was out the door before 7:30, and I know some of you may go, "That's it." Um, yeah, for me that's kind of like a big deal. I don't really get up early. I've always struggled with it for the past few years. Getting up early, waking up to alarms and things of that nature. So, being that it's 7:30 now, it's been 12 hours since first got up. Um, I have a lot of time tonight to do things that is actually something new and nice to experience. But it's always lame when we were so close to finishing a job and you're just like, you need one part and you don't have the part and you have to go out and get it, and it just extends it just a little bit longer. And so it was one of those days where it wasn't anything stressful. It was more so just being um, being precise with what we did, and you know everybody that we were working with, or sorry, there's my pillow that I usually sit against, but I am not taking any chances of getting too comfortable and falling asleep because I am still in my work clothes and I am ready to knock out whenever I decide the time is right, because it really was one of those days I am that tired. Um, we got a lot of spare wire that we got to bring home, which means a little extra cash to put in the pockets. Nothing crazy, just you know, it goes a long way though. It does add up. You save it from all the job sites and jobs that you do, and at a little over. I think it's like $1.50 a pound. Um, you're looking at between like an extra 50 to $100 just on on supplies that you didn't even bring. You're talking about supplies that you're basically bringing home yourself. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my camera. It's a little, everything's a little like off right now, but yeah. So just like good productive day. Feeling good. Obviously a little tired and a little like lagged after everything. It's like I said, it's a process. Things take time to develop. We have to start somewhere and hope to reach a higher level. And we're doing better. We're climbing. We're climbing. We're climbing. So I'm confident that it's just gonna get better with time. Um, you know, like we got to the job site before I even took my meds. So I actually was working a little bit before I took my medication. Um, it was a nice day, kind of calm. There wasn't really much pressure to get it done in like a crunch. We knew that it was going to be done in one day based on how well we were doing pace wise. So that was a nice change. And tomorrow we're looking at doing some, I don't know what's with my voice doing that recently, but looking at doing some housework and just keep plugging away because once that stuff gets done, then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's really the start of it that makes everything very complicated. But once it's finished, it's easy. You just maintain it after that. So I'm looking forward to that. I would say is finishing up at that at maintaining the house, um, getting it to a point where we're comfortable with what it is instead of it, kind of being a project. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of complaints physically. I feel good. Um, you know, Obviously energy level, we're a little tired today. But other than that, feels pretty consistent with how I've been, doing even better. And even though I did work today, I am gonna do wall ball again, of course. So you will be hearing from me later tonight as well. So um, look forward to just stepping in for a few more seconds of your day if you give me the chance. Just to talk, you know, and really that's it. It's something nice and relaxing, like it's like socializing without really know who's taking part, and that's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's good to bring new people in on the adventure. So if you have any recommendations or anything you're interested in, let me know. If you like this stuff, like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it either. I'm always open to you know recommendations. Would love to interact with you guys in the comments. Other than that, keep fighting a good fight. Like I always say, no matter who you are, you can always do something great. There are a ton of people that have overcome very, very difficult obstacles to do something great, and you can be one of those people. Keep fighting the good fight. I'm gonna keep plugging along and moving along. You gotta keep going, and you're gonna make it. And I'll see you all soon.